everyone.
Hey everyone, my name is Vanessa Lott and I am your host for Showcase Sunday.
I wanted to bring the human side of real estate by interviewing. I know so many talented individuals and I wanted to be able to showcase them.
Hello everyone, my name is Vanessa Lott and this is Showcase Sunday. Today I am sitting here with my new friend, Harveer Singh.
Hey, what's going on?
How are you, Harveer?
I'm awesome. Excited to be on Showcase today.
Thank you, absolutely. Thank you for being here. I've been following you on social media, and you're the bomb. Obviously, you're a real estate agent.
Yes.
But Showcase Sunday is all about getting to know you. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I wasn't always a realtor. The real estate is more, just the past like 4 or 5 years of my life as far as being an agent. But I actually am a CPA as well. So I started my career off working at the Big Four in Manhattan, Ernst & Young. It was something that I couldn't handle that. It was crazy. You were working crazy hours, and the only human interaction I had was me yelling at my computer screen. So I decided that I needed to jump ship. So after that, I kind of jumped into the startup world, and I learned a little bit of something different in each of the different sectors that I was kind of in, right? The diligence of working crazy hours in the CPA world. The startup world is just interacting with different people, and realizing that that you always have to treat all of your work as a business, right? And in real estate, that's really important. Throughout all that time, I was working and buying personal properties for myself, helping my family do it, and so it was more of a business decision to become a realtor in the beginning. So it was more like, all right, let's cut out, let's increase our margins a bit. Let's get the profit margin a little wider. I'll just become a realtor. I'll take care of that. And slowly by slowly, like people were asking like, hey, you're a realtor, right? So, we're looking for this, we're doing that. And all of a sudden I was just like, I really like this. I'm hanging out with people, getting to know new people. And, I felt like, I was becoming more and more of an extrovert as I grew older. And it was just an amazing fit for me, and it turned into like a full-time gig.
So here you are.
Yes.
So how long now in the business as a realtor?
4 years, as a realtor.
As a realtor,
Yeah.
As a full-time realtor.
Yes.
Yeah, so I usually ask, why real estate, but it kind of just fell along.
Yeah, it just kind of fit.
It just fit with what you were doing. I mean, you were already buying properties, so you were an owner of properties, and you just decided that why not, right? And it was just something that kind of fell into place. I feel like the stars kind of aligned, and like now looking back, and I feel like this is like anybody's life and any profession. You look back and you just see how like if this didn't happen, that wouldn't have happened, and like it all kind of just like led me to this point. Right.
So
right.
It was pretty cool.
So tell us about client experience. So when clients work with you, what should they expect?
All right, so I think the most important thing, as a realtor and again in any profession, is making sure that your client feels completely, comfortable throughout the process. The whole point of a realtor is to, get them through that transaction, take on the headache, and make sure it's as smooth of a process as possible. So that's what I kind of do. I educate them, and I feel like a lot of questions, a lot of concerns, and if there is ever any, confusion, it's because they're not educated properly. You have to provide them with education. Like the first thing I do when I meet a new client or a prospect is walk them through the whole transaction. I say, look, this is a lot of stuff, but I wanted you to just know everything right off the bat. And we're going to go through each step slowly, but now you at least know what to expect. So educating the clients is like extremely important. So
besides educating and giving all your clients that, why you? Why should someone work with you?
I think personality types are extremely important. I think this happens to be important for any realtor. It's how you connect with the person. You have to trust the realtor that you're working with, and I think any client needs to meet the realtor and feel a connection. That's what's most important. If you feel comfortable with the person you're working with, because this for many people is the most, like the biggest asset they're going to purchase, their biggest investment, whether it's the house that they're living in, whether they're actually investing on something, downsizing, upsizing. It's huge. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars that are out there that you're potentially, working with someone that you don't like. So you need to like who you're working with. I use humor, and I try to like break the tension of confusing situations, the complex situations, and I feel like I become friends with almost all my clients afterwards. I'm in touch with almost all of them.
No, absolutely. We're going to touch on your social media in a second.
Cool.
So, so you told us a little bit about why clients should choose you. Tell us a little bit about what areas you work mostly.
Primarily Hudson County. I am duly licensed in New York and New Jersey, but I live in downtown Jersey City. My office is in Hoboken. So this whole area is kind of, my bread and butter. I do most of my transactions in Jersey City, Hoboken, Bayonne, West New York, Weehawken, everything that kind of lies within Hudson County. So it's just, it's just my area, and I love it. At Jersey City, for example, I live here. I moved here like 12 years ago. I fell in love with it. I cannot imagine living anywhere else. We're the #1 most diverse city in the country. There's just like a sense of pride in where I live, and I never felt like I would, have that.
I love that. So you're an expert of your area, so you
Yes.
know where the bakeries and the
Yes.
everything is at, and,
Yes.
and so that's awesome. That's amazing. I think for in regards to realtors, really knowing the market that they're selling is really, really important. I think it brings upon success stories. Speaking of success, what do you think is your biggest success story at this moment?
At this moment, I think you already know it's my Instagram and my social media. It's kind of blown up a lot this year. I put a lot of efforts into it always, but this year it just seems like it kind of took off. I started showing my personality more, and I want to point that out, but with realtors, they're terrified to show their faces.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
And they need to get more comfortable with it. And so
Yeah.
it's just something that I kind of broke out of my shell about.
Absolutely. So let's talk about your social media. And you're right. You're 100% right. There are plenty of realtors that I've asked to be on the show, and they're afraid of the camera. So it's crazy. So let's talk about your social media. I found you on social media, right? I'm always looking for talented real estate professionals. And I came upon your Instagram, and it is hilarious. I mean, you combine humor and real estate. I mean, so many other things, but you've marketed yourself, and how important is marketing, branding, social media is today for realtors, and you took that and you're taking it to the next level. I mean, you literally have a picture of your face. You gotta show us that.
Speaking of which, here it is. So this is the sticker.
So
I don't know if
got
you
a
can see that, but yeah, I mean that was kind of I don't know how I came up with that. It was just look. The idea is, and this is what I was getting to before. A client is gonna be comfortable working with someone that they know, right?
Absolutely.
And my social media is that, right? I want people to go to my social media and just feel like they know me, like I'm one of their friends. And I am, right? So during this quarantine that took place, I think one of the best things that came out of it was number one was appreciating like the things that we normally don't. But number two was that I connected with so many people on Instagram. It was crazy. I have so many new friends, and it was because of the authentic way that I tried to portray myself, which is just the comedy and educating and making it easy.
Absolutely. So I'm sure you get a lot of business through social media.
Yes, and that's something that people don't realize.
Right.
A lot of agents are like, oh, you're kind of spending so much time on Instagram. Like, what, are you getting anything out of it? Yes, I've gotten leads, I've gotten listings, and it's just people who are, the younger crowd are reaching out to me, and, millennials, and it just goes on. And these are the people that are going to be purchasing in the next coming years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They see you, they like you, then they meet you, they trust you, so they do business with you. So
Yeah.
absolutely. I think you're the new age, realtor, all right? You're the way you're marketing yourself is amazing.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Well, let's say this. Tell us something most people wouldn't know about you.
Okay, well, my hair is really long. So that's definitely something. I mean, I guess some people could kind of figure that, but my hair is down to like my bum.
Okay.
So it's
I'm jealous.
longer than your hair. Yes.
I'm jealous.
But that's because of my religion. I'm a Punjabi Sikh.
Okay.
So that's kind of one of those things. I really kept my culture. I feel like it, kind of made me. It's different, and I love it. So
Good for you. No,
yeah.
as you should.
Yeah.
So your hair is really long. That's what you
Yeah, that's why.
today.
Yeah, you said, what does somebody not know? I mean, I don't know. Did you guys know? No.
I love that. So if you wanted to leave us with something today, what would you say to us?
Oh, about me? About what? I think. All right, so let's talk about aspiring new entrepreneurs.
I love it.
Let's do that. I think let's speak directly to them. I think that what is important is persistence and a positive attitude. And I think that a lot of people who are going into business go in with a plan B. And that's something I learned throughout my career. And like I was, I am a CPA, but I was in that field. I was in the startup field, and now I'm a realtor. And so when I came into this one, it was literally like, I'm doing this, like this is it. Like this is it. It's real estate or nothing. Because when you have a plan B, you have something to fall back upon. And you're not giving it your all. And do something that you love, because when you're doing something that you love, going the extra mile is going to be something that's really easy to do.
Absolutely.
So, and that's something that you're going to love to do. And people see that. So that's something to throw out there.
I love that. I hope that people see this. You're going to share your information here shortly.
Yeah, sure.
And they check you out on Instagram, because you're definitely one to follow. You're amazing. And not only are you amazing at what you do, but I think you're setting a standard for marketing for realtors, for newer realtors, for younger realtors, and even for the older realtors. Get on there, right? Get on social media.
I've been teaching a lot of the agents in my office how to do that, so it's important.
I love it. Thank you so much for being here on Showcase Sunday. This was a really fun interview. I'm putting this, I think, on my laptop, right? But it goes to show you. I've seen on your Instagram that Strange People's, because I think you put these out all over the place.
All over the place. Yeah, and people are like tagging it.
And people tag you. So amazing marketing.
Thank you.
Again, thank you so much for being here
of course,
today on
thank you for
Showcase
having
Sunday. If somebody wanted to work with you, Harveer, how should they reach you?
All right, guys. So my big thing is that I get to know everyone. I would love to connect with you. Find me on my Instagram, Real Estate Sing. So that's Real Estate. Sing is SINGH. So Real Estate Sing. Find me on Instagram. Let's connect. Let's be friends.
That's it. Thank you so much, Harveer, for being here on Showcase Sunday. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
This is another episode of Showcase Sunday. Make sure you catch the next one.